Are you considering moving to North Carolina but wondering what are the best towns and neighborhoods to consider? Stick around as we go over the top 5 cities and towns. You will be shocked to see how many are in the Triangle and Triad area. Hello everyone, I'm Nicholas Newcomer, a real estate broker with eXp Realty in North Carolina. Are you looking to relocate to North Carolina but unsure of what town or city you would like to move to? Today we're going to go over cities 6 through 10 in North Carolina. This is part 2. If you missed part 1 where I go over cities 1 through 5, I will link it in the description below. I got this list using niche.com. Let's get the ball rolling with Cherry, North Carolina. Cherry is a neighborhood in Charlotte, North Carolina. Cherry has a population of around 1,240 people. Niche.com gave Cherry an overall grade of an A+, and an A+ in nightlife and health and fitness, an A in public schools, commute, and good for families, a B+ for weather, jobs, and outdoor activities. One of the worst grades Cherry received was a C in cost of living. The median household income is around $74,583. If you're looking to buy a home in Cherry, North Carolina, it will cost you around $473,500. This is a decrease of $36,850 or 7.2% down from this time last year. The average days on the market in Cherry, North Carolina is 17 days. This is a 25% decrease over last year. If you're looking to rent in Cherry, North Carolina, the average rent is around $1,854 per month. Cherry ranked 3rd for best neighborhoods to live in Charlotte, North Carolina, 4th for best neighborhoods for young professionals in the Charlotte area, 24th for best neighborhoods to raise a family in Charlotte, 81st for most diverse places to live in the Mecklenburg County, and 31st for best places to raise a family in the Charlotte area. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in Cherry, North Carolina. Here's the one review on Cherry which says it's the best neighborhood in Charlotte. It is near everything but feels like a suburban neighborhood. It talks about how close you are to shopping in the metropolitan area and has plenty of greenway spaces. One fun thing to check out in Cherry, North Carolina is the NASCAR Hall of Fame Museum. This museum is telling 75 years of different stories from the roots to the modern day NASCAR. The museum is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. The general admission is $27 for an adult, $24 for a senior, and $20 for a child. They do offer 3 different packages if you would like to try a simulator and get some souvenir photos. If you're a big NASCAR fan or love racing history, give this place a shot. Moving on to the second city for today, we're going back to the Raleigh area with Apex, North Carolina. Niche.com gave Apex an overall grade of an A+, an A+ in public schools, good for families, and an A- in diversity, outdoor activities, and housing, jobs, and an A- in cost of living, crime and safety, and commute. Apex has a population of 58,066 people. The median household income in Apex is $121,313, which is well above the national average for household income. The median sales price for a single family home in Apex, North Carolina is $643,750, which is a 5% decrease over last year this time. If you're looking for a townhouse in Apex, the median sales price is $473,500, which is a slight increase over last month this time when it was $470,000. Apex is currently sitting on 0.8 months of inventory, which is a slight decrease over last month when it was 1 month of inventory. Apex has an average 3 days on the market before a home goes under contract and is sold. If you're looking to rent in Apex, North Carolina, it's going to run you around $1,675 per month. Apex ranks 1st for best suburbs to buy a house in Wake County, 3rd for best places to live in Wake County, 3rd for best places to raise a family in Wake County, 1st for best suburbs to buy a house in the Raleigh area, and 233rd for best suburbs to live in America. Here are the top performing public and private schools in Apex. Apex received a B- in crime and safety. Here are the national rankings for violent and property crime crimes. Here are some polls done by niche.com to see how safe residents feel in Apex. Some independent reviews talk about how Apex is a great place to live. They also talk about how the downtown area is cute and has little restaurants and shops. They do touch on how the traffic has increased since a lot of people have started to move to Apex, North Carolina. They do touch on how Apex has some great schools in the area. Another review talks about how it is a calm city and is very safe in a healthy environment. Some reviews touch on how the area is really growing. If you're looking for something to do in Apex, North Carolina, there's the Jordan Lake State Park. This park is located in Chatham County, 30 miles west of downtown Raleigh. Jordan Lake includes 7 access areas that provide plenty of camping, boating, and swimming opportunities. Campers have more than 1,000 campsites at 5 accesses to choose from, whether they use a tent, trailer, or an RV. And Jordan Lake Park has 15 miles worth of hiking, trails, swimming, fishing, boating, and places to have a picnic. If you love to get outside and walk on a trail, go swimming, or into camping, give Jordan Lake a try. I have personally gone and it is a great place. Next up, we're going to talk about Carrboro, North Carolina. Carrboro is near Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Carrboro has a population of 21,237 people. Niche.com gave Carrboro an overall grade of an A+. Also received an A+ for public schools, good for families, and an A- for jobs, outdoor activities, and health and fitness, an A in nightlife, diversity, and commute, a B in housing, and the worst grade Carrboro received was a C+ for cost of living and crime and safety. The median household income for Carrboro, North Carolina is $76,599. This is just a tad above the national average. If you're looking to purchase a single family home in Carrboro, North Carolina, it's going to run you around $543,500. Single family homes have been on a decrease after they had peaked in June when they were selling for $765,000. If you're looking for a townhouse in Carrboro, North Carolina, it is going to run you around $243,500. Townhouses prices peaked in July and they were selling for $535,000. So townhouse prices have came down drastically in the last few months. You may also be interested in a condo. Condos are selling on average of $310,000 in the Carrboro, North Carolina. Condos have held steady over the last 5 months. Carrboro has only 0.6 months of inventory. Carrboro is still a very competitive market since the inventory is still down. If you're looking to rent Carrboro, North Carolina, it is going to run you around $1,422 per month. Carrboro also ranked first for best places for young professionals in Orange County, first for best places to live in Orange County, first for best places to raise a family in Orange County, and first for best places with the best public schools in the Raleigh area, first for best suburbs for young professionals in the Raleigh area, and 5th for best places to raise a family in the Raleigh area. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in Carrboro, North Carolina. As we mentioned earlier, Carrboro received a C+ for crime and safety. Here are the national rankings for violent and property crimes in Carrboro. Niche.com also did a poll on how residents feel safe in the area and how effective law enforcement is in the Carrboro area. Here are some independent reviews where most talk about how Carrboro is such a nice little town with plenty of activities for everyone to enjoy. They talk about the farmers market, live music, and beautiful scenery that makes a nice place to live. Some reviews touch on how they like the public transit that the city has and how friendly the town is. Some reviews touch on how Carrboro has a lot of great green spaces and with different walkable routes and trails. If you like to get fresh vegetables, you should give the farmers market a try. The farmers market is open year-round from 7 a.m. to noon on Saturdays and Wednesdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. This farmers market has several different vendors, from the farmers to the food and craft, and several different guest vendors each and every Wednesday and Saturdays. The farmer market is open. Moving on to neighborhood number 4 is Providence Estates East. This is a neighborhood in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Providence Estates East has a population of only 914 people. Niche.com gave Providence Estates East an overall grade of an A+. An A+ for good for families and for public schools, jobs and diversity, and health and fitness, and a B plus for housing, nightlife, outdoor activities, and commute. The median household income at Providence Estates is $95,119, which is almost $30,000 more than the national average. The median home will cost you around $280,600, and the median rent in Providence Estates East is going to run you around $1,784 per month. Providence Estates East came in 5th for best places to live in Mecklenburg County, 7th for best places to raise a family in the Mecklenburg County area, and 38th for best places for young professionals in Mecklenburg County, 6th for best places to live in the Charlotte area, and 12th for best places to raise a family in the Charlotte area. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in the Providence Estates East area. Here are some independent reviews that touch on how the crime is very low to non-existing. Some reviews talk about how this is a much quieter part of Charlotte, but still close to everything that you will need. Some talk about how there is great shopping and restaurants in the area, and again how safe they feel when going out shopping. Since you are close to downtown Charlotte, you will be able to check out all of the restaurants and bars. There is so much to do in Charlotte. They can keep everyone in the family entertained. Moving on to the last town we're going to talk about today is Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Chapel Hill has a population of 60,920 people. Niche.com gave Chapel Hill an overall grade of an A+, and an A+ for public schools, good for families, commute, and an A for diversity, nightlife, health and fitness, and a B+ for jobs. And the worst grade Chapel Hill received was a C for cost of living. The median household income for Chapel Hill is $77,037, which is just above the national average. If you're looking to buy a single family home in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that is going to run you around $720,000, which has been on a decline after it spiked when it hit $830,000 back in July. If you're interested in a townhouse in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, it is going to run you around $396,000. Townhouse prices have been on a decline since July. You may be interested in a condo in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and that is going to run you around $400,000. Condo prices have been on an increase after holding steady since May. If you're looking to rent Chapel Hill, North Carolina, it is going to run you around $1,958 per month. Chapel Hill also ranked 2nd for best places for young professionals in Orange County, 2nd for best places to live in Orange County, 2nd for best places to raise a family in Orange County, 2nd for best places with the best public schools in the Raleigh area, and 4th for best suburbs for young professionals in the Raleigh area. As we mentioned a while ago, Chapel Hill has some of the best schools in the area. Here are some of the top performing public and private schools in Chapel Hill. As we stated earlier, one of the worst grades Chapel Hill received was a C+ for crime and safety. Here are the national rankings for the violent and property crimes in Chapel Hill. Here are some independent reviews on Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Some talk about the public transportation, how it is a key thing to get around Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Some talk about the restaurants and bars along Franklin Street. Some talk about the live music scene going on in Chapel Hill. Another review says how the community likes to get together for different events throughout the year. If you're looking for something fun to do, Chapel Hill is loaded down with something to keep everyone busy. However, one of the big ones is going to one of the University of North Carolina football or basketball games. If you are a big Tar Heel fan, you will want to go check this out. I have personally been to a few basketball games, and they always have been a fun time. If you're a big Carolina basketball fan, you may want to go check out the Carolina Basketball Museum. There's also many museums and parks for you to check out. I have a more detailed video on Chapel Hill. I will link in the description below that goes over several of these parks and museums. There we have the top 5 cities and neighborhoods in North Carolina. Are you shocked to see 3 out of the 5 from the Raleigh, Chapel Hill area? Which one of these towns or neighborhoods do you like the best? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button. I release new videos every Friday. If you have any questions or are looking to buy, sell, or invest in the area, call or text me at 336-266-8976 or email me at nicholas.newcomer@exprealty.com. Hope you have seen some value in this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.